And here we are once again, this is A.J. Wildman, continuing with the American Peasant Party platform proposal briefs. Okay, these little videos I put together. I actually think it's pretty good to have. I mean, I've been writing about this for years and I've written extensively on it, as you see if you check around the website. But I think it's good to have a little bit of verbal presentation on this, something you can look at and say, okay, that makes sense. You know, like we're sitting across from each other, just having a cup of coffee, and that's kind of the way these are intended. Now, this group is just of three of them. That's called National Administrative Programs. Now, this is actually I have one's on voting day, one's on voter eligibility in certain areas, certain types of folks, and also federal election primary structure, which is something I've recently just put in there. I also had in this initially from the book is where I talked about the term of the president and the House of Representatives, so that I moved those to another areas talked about earlier. So they're just kind of addressing these couple pieces. So this one is on the National Voting Day. Okay, it's really very simple. Right now we have a vote for national, which is every 4 years for the president and the Congress, and every 2 years in between that, the Congress. Right? We have what they call off-year elections. In between, you know, every 4 years, we have the off-year election. Like in 2018, we're only going to be voting for the full House of Representatives again, only, and 33 senators, or 1/3 of the Senate. So we do every 2 years, and like I said, we can vote out 86% of the Congress every 2 years if we just put our minds to it. Okay. So anyway, right now and for many years, the National Voting Day, every 2 years, is is a Tuesday in early November. Okay. You see, it's the 8th, it's the second Tuesday. Okay, in November, and what we're going to do is move that to Saturday. This is again far from rocket science, but it'll make it far easier for Americans to vote. A lot of people have long commutes. They've got to deal with kids after school, before school, and what this is going to do is going to make it easier for people to vote, which is, again, of course, what the parties don't want us to do. They don't want us to get out there in great numbers and vote them in or out of office. They want us to just make it, you know, a little bit difficult for us to vote, keep the vote down. The Republican Party is basically the way they've been acting for years. They're trying to do everything they can to make it difficult for people to vote in general, and minorities in particular. And they're not even hiding it anymore. It's pathetic. So anyway, first thing we will do is move it from Tuesday to Saturday, same type of first Saturday in the month of November. And what we will also do is we will open and close the polls simultaneously from Maine to Hawaii, and we'll have it open for something like 12 hours, 12 to 15 hours. It's written up in the book. It's easy enough to figure out. And that way, some people have to go a little bit later, some people a little bit earlier, but it's going to be on a Saturday, and this can be worked out. And that way, all the polls will close at the same time, so we don't have to worry about the polls closing on the East Coast and being reported, and worrying about it affecting the way people are voting on the West Coast. Stupidity can end, all right? Just like remove the mystery. You know, it's an unnecessary complication. And that's pretty much it. We're going to move from Tuesday to Saturday, and we're going to open and close the polls simultaneously. That's it. Does not require an amendment to the Constitution, by the way, at all. Congress can do this anytime they want to. So that's it. Now we're going to have a little bit more of a little tedious issue in the next one, and that's on federal voter eligibility. Again, thank you, and I hope you found that a little interesting and maybe a little optimistic. So take care. I'll see you next time.